Ah, yes. A perfect addition to my team. What's going on, y'all? ReTaik here, and in this video, I'll be talking about what I believe to be the best variation of Rangers right now, which is the Rangers with the Giant Skelly, Prince, and the Goblin Machine. They provide infinite stun, giving your Rangers enough time to wipe out the whole team. Let's get into these games, y'all. Alright, y'all, we are into game one, and we get the lucky discount modifier. Let's get it. So the general game plan when you get this modifier is you want to re-roll until you get a merge, and you want to try to get an early merge, build a bit of elixir early on, and then just sell all of your units. So I didn't quite do that here. I couldn't quite get the time there, unfortunately, but you want to sell all your units so that you can just farm on the side, sack the first round, and then, get those troops, get that early elixir lead. So let's get it, guys. Just merging some units right now, and then let's try to get a comp soon. So we do get the archers and the dark goblin, which is very good, and we also have our princess on the bench. So I'm just gonna try to level up these cards right now. Um, Now we do have a comfortable amount of elixir to work with, guys. So I'm just gonna try to max out, and we do get a max dark goblin round 2, which is very good for us. So I got my 3 princesses. You see, we have the giant skelly and the goblin machine already, so we're in a pretty good spot so far, actually. The whole thing with this modifier is that it's just a race, You need to grab the cards as quickly as possible because the pool is going to run out very fast. So I'm going to try to grab all these cards as quickly as I can, try to level them up as much as I can. We do have the main components, the princess and the dark goblin already, so we should be pretty good. Even if the pool does run out, or if we can't get any more level ups, we should be pretty good for the rest of the game. And then, of course, if someone dies, we can go take their cards, see if they have anything we need. So, yeah, we're gonna win this round pretty easily, just because we have our max dark goblin and our princess, which is pretty huge. Um, just trying to level up some cards here on the sideline, trying to look for my machine or my giant skeleton, but I mean, it hasn't come to us for a while, so it's looking a little bleak. But we're in a good spot. Either way, we're in a very good spot here. So a lot of you guys probably right now are like, dude, how are you playing the game, man? Like, I thought Supercell removed it for the CRL qualifiers. They did, so most of you probably can't play right now. And no, this is not pre-recorded gameplay from before the mode got temporarily disabled. It's just that if you stayed on the game mode page when the game mode got disabled, you're still able to play. So all I did is I just stayed on the game mode page before it got removed. I didn't know it was going to get disabled, but I just kind of lucked out there. So that's how I'm playing right now. So one guy died, which is very nice. We could try rolling for any of his cards that he had. So I'm going to try to do that right now. We do get a giant skelly, which is pretty convenient. But can we get the 4th one? We do get an archer, which is very good. And the goblin machine, huge. The pool does run out here, but we're in a pretty good spot. I have the queen and the golden knight blocked because those are 2 pretty big threats to us. So yeah, we're in a very good situation here. Honestly, pretty set for the rest of the match. The only way we really lose here is if somebody gets like a max bandit. But other than that, I think we have this game in the bag, y'all. I think we got this one in the bag. But yeah, apparently there were a lot of pro players complaining about drop delay. I played some games earlier today as well on ladder, and yeah, I got like maybe a 1 second drop delay for every card I placed, which kind of made it unplayable. So like huge respect to the pros right now who are playing with that. I think I saw Riley. I think Riley got out. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I saw something like that. So he's probably pretty upset. I'm sure they're still experiencing some drop delay. Um, I don't know exactly why though, because merge tactics did get temporarily disabled. I mean, you do see that there are still some players right now. Like everyone I'm facing right now is like an actual player, so I guess they also just didn't tab out of the game mode. But we do see our opponent here goes for some sneaky assassins. Shouldn't be too big of an issue though, because they're not leveled up. And again, you know, the Golden Knight I kind of saw as like a big threat, so I just kind of grabbed a few. So there's that. We do eliminate the second player to go down. So we're just left in a 1v1. We do get the 3-star Golden Knight, very good. But again, I'm right now. I have pretty much all max cards. I'm just trying to block the cards that would pose the biggest threat. So that would include the Queen, the Mega Knight, because a Mega Knight can jump past and stun. The Golden Knight, of course. The Bandit is one of the biggest ones. The Bandit is probably the biggest threat to Rangers. So we block pretty much everything. So I think we do have this game in the bag here. But yeah, I'm very surprised because when I was queuing for this game, the queue time was pretty short. It wasn't that bad actually, which I thought was kind of surprising because I thought most players lost access to it. So I thought the queue times would be really long. So yeah, I mean, that's game one. Pretty easy game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, y'all. We're into game two, and we got the Fighting Fever modifier. Let's go. So yeah, I'm just gonna buy the Goblin here, and then I'll sell the Bomber for the Dark Goblin here, so we can get our 2 Gob synergy. Yeah. I'll just place my units in the back so that maybe we have a chance to win. But yeah, there's that for the first round. Fighting Fever modifier, so my Dark Goblin should go crazy. Yeah, Dark Goblin gets a kill, so he's gonna go crazy here, and we do secure the round, which is very good. Next, I'm just gonna buy cheap, see what Goblin we get, maybe work from there. So we'll see if we get a merge. Oh, we do get a merge, so yeah, I'm gonna sell. And then I'm just gonna keep farming for elixir here, y'all. Fortunately, we do run out there, but we have our 2 Goblin synergy. So not bad. Not bad, y'all. Not too shabby. Decent eco. So there's that. But yeah, I think for all of you who are trying to play merge right now, I think it's gonna be back. I don't know exactly when CRL ends, but I'm pretty sure it's in a few hours or so, the CRL qualifiers. So yeah, y'all can get back on the game. Then let's see, we get a merge. We get a merge here. So I'm gonna keep farming here actually. Trying to get some elixir. Yeah, definitely gonna sell that just to keep going. Nice. We do get a lot of cards in our comp. Well, I do sell just to keep the chain going there. Could have been a little faster here. I just came back from a night out, kind of just had some dinner with some friends. I had this really good like Korean restaurant. It had a lot of like Korean like kind of traditional dishes. Like there are a lot of pancakes. Like in Korea, the pancakes, they're not like actual like American pancakes. It's just like batter, usually with like some other ingredients mixed in. Like a pretty common one is seafood pancake. It's called pajeon, which is like seafood mixed in with like the pancake and like the batter. That's really good. Um, and then there's some pancakes with like some veggies mixed in. Those are all really good. I'd definitely recommend you guys try that if you haven't. Yeah, it's definitely different from like the traditional like your breakfast pancakes because those are kind of sweet, almost like a dessert-ish. But yeah, these Korean pancakes hold in a lot of good ingredients. There was also a lot of like things coated in like egg. That was really good as well. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, we have a lot of our comp here. We have our Rangers, of course. Max Prince is very good. I just sold the Giant Skelly, kind of just to keep the merge going, maybe test my luck for something. So we get a bit more. We get like a nice Dark Goblin, and we were able to max out our Dark Goblin because of that. But I'm just gonna end this there. And our Rangers backline is really good. Now we kind of just need to upgrade our front line. But our most important part is done. That's the thing with these Rangers comps. You gotta have your Rangers leveled up because really all it is your front line is just stalling pretty much for your Rangers. Your Rangers get the most amount of damage. That's why I think this comp is better than the Noble one. Because I mean the Noble one, the front line is there's not that much stall. Like the only stall really is their HP. But in this one, all 3 characters have stun, right? Your giant skeleton is huge area stun, very good stun. Your goblin machine, a lot of missiles that just constantly stun your opponents, very good. A lot of you guys are probably like, wait, Prince? Why Prince? I actually think the Prince card can be replaceable, just because Prince is not the best stat-wise, but I think why Prince works really well in this comp is because one, you could snipe the queen. It's really good against rangers. So if they queen first row, you can snipe the queen. Two, the prince will stun one unit. You could try to stun an important unit there. And then after the prince charges, a lot of the other units will kind of like see him as a distraction and go run over to the prince just to like help take it out. So I think that's why the prince is acceptable in this comp. So yeah, I think this comp is really great because stunning is so good for rangers because they just need that time that the stun provides to charge up, and like reach their full potential. So that's why I actually prefer this. Even though the noble does provide like a bit more of a damage, like a stat boost, I think this is better because it kind of almost always guarantees um the max stacks because it gives your team enough time. Also, you might have to worry about the assassins. Definitely worry about the assassins, because they're also a big threat. As long as you're kind of blocking the key cards like the bandit, the golden knight, I think you should be fine. So I think this is a really strong comp. You see how, dude, look at that stun that Goblin Machine's doing. You see how like all those guys, they're just getting stunned infinitely, giving your team enough time. I think it's very strong. Very, very strong indeed. I love this comp a lot. But yeah, I'm just going to keep kind of cycling here. We are blocking, again, the Queen and the Bandit, the 2 most important cards to block in his comp, in my opinion. Unfortunately, he does have the Mega Knight. I tried blocking the P.E.K.K.A earlier, but he did a smart switch to the Mega Knight, which is really good. We also have the Ghost here, so if he were to switch to Assassins somehow, I have a feeling he might have, honestly, because we're not getting the Golden Knight. But if he did, then 2-star Royal Ghost at most. Yeah, he did switch to Assassins. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, the only 2 threats really are those Bandit and then the Assassins. But luckily they weren't high enough level because we did block and he didn't have enough time. So we are able to take the second game pretty cleanly. So I'll see y'all in the third and final game. All right, y'all, we are into our third and final game here, and we have the trait dummy modifier. So yeah, actually we do get Ranger 1 there, which is very convenient. I don't think I'm actually going to use it though, just because I want to showcase the comp to you guys still. But it's like a new comp we are running today. What video we're making today. So I'm just going to place the dummy there so the princess gets distracted by it. And then, yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to lose this round, but it's all good because we get our goblin trait. So we do get a little eco boost there, which is very nice. Very good, very good. So let's see what goblin we get here. And then of course I'll buy cheap, try to get a merge here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna force the merge here. And we get more merges, which is really nice. So I used to actually not like doing that. Like when I first started out playing, I was pretty against like forcing merge early on like that. Like selling a 1-star just to get another merge, because I saw that as like, oh well, we're breaking even, right? We're not gaining anything from it. But recently, a lot of you guys were like, well, hey, actually, that can be pretty good in a lot of cases. Because if you get another merge, there's a chance you get another merge after that, right? So I thought about it pretty logically, and I was like, well, that does make sense, because worst case you get is, I mean, you break even. That's not bad. Yeah, it's a little con in that you don't get that guaranteed merge for the next round, but, you know, you could also get more merges after that one and farm more elixir early on. So it's kind of a risk, but I do understand why it works in a lot of cases. And in this case in particular, it did work pretty well for us. So I'm just going to farm elixir here. We do have the princess and the archer, so that's pretty good. We're just going to try to get the dark goblin here next. And then we'll have our rangers synergy all complete there, which is going to be very nice. Very good. So yeah, actually the queue time for this game was pretty long. It was like maybe a minute or 2 minutes. Just because at the time I'm making this video, the game mode is temporarily disabled because of CRL qualifiers. But the game should be back up and running for most of you guys in about a few hours after the qualifiers are done. They're actually happening right now as I'm filming this video. So, that should be very good for you guys. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just very surprising to me, I guess, how there's this many people haven't who still have access to the game mode. Because I was actually streaming yesterday and like my chat was just being flooded by, how are you playing this game? Like, this game mode is not here for me. How are you playing this game? Are you cheating? Do you have the dead build? Is this pre-recorded? No, guys, this is not. Thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, I hope they do something to it, maybe like a reset, but I know they're not. Because if there was gonna be a reset, they definitely would have said that in their Twitter post. So I don't know. Guys, I still have no clue when they're gonna reset the game mode, but hopefully it's soon. Hopefully they give out more information about that. But so far, I guess we're kind of just waiting. But something I really like is that a lot of players, since um, this reset didn't occur, have been getting really creative. Like, um, even though nothing about the game changed at all, I noticed a lot of players were getting a lot more creative with how they play. Um, for example, since my Golden Knight, since I discovered the Ace Golden Knight video, or not the video, since I discovered the comp and I put that out from when Big Rock told me about it, who's the inventor of the 4 Ace Golden Knight comp. I noticed a lot of players starting to use that, and I thought that was a really huge plus for the merge community because, um, I feel like for the longest time, merge tactics has been really repetitive in the sense that people would kind of just run the same 3 comps, right? Clan, rangers, throwers. Um, and people didn't really know what to do. Like, I remember when I was coaching some people were like, well, what if I don't get those 3 comps? Am I just screwed? And I don't want people to think like that because this is a game about creativity and like, using these different traits when you're presented with the opportunity to use them. But I think because the game was so unbalanced for so long, people were just like kind of overlooking that aspect of the game, and they're just going for these fixed comps, which I don't think is how the game should be played. I mean, look, of course, even in like TFT games, other similar games, there's going to be a meta. Like, it's impossible to completely balance everything out. So I'm fine with that, honestly, but I'm glad we're at a point where you won't be um, too disadvantaged by using a different comp. And if you use a different trait and you have level superiority, then in a lot of cases you will actually have the advantage. So I'm really glad that a lot of players are kind of discovering that now and playing the game as it's supposed to be, as intended. Um, so that's what I've been trying to do lately. And that's why I am coming out with these comp videos because my goal is to experiment with a lot of these different traits and kind of report back to you guys and let you guys know, are these actually valid comps or are these just trash comps that you should never use? So that's kind of what I did with the Juggernauts video that I uploaded recently. So yeah, I mean, anyways, back to the game here. I kind of got sidetracked. We maxed out our comp basically. We're in a 1v1, so if you guys have seen, I basically blocked the bandit. You need to block the bandit because the bandit is the biggest threat to rangers. Like, the single biggest threat because it can just 2-tap your entire rangers at max level. Assassins are also a big threat because they can just immediately jump to your rangers. So those are the 2 biggest threats, I would say. And then the reason I love, again, what I said earlier, the prince, you can snipe the queen. He did a really good like kind of last minute change there at the queen, so that was a good play by him. But I mean, this guy's comp is not good. Like, he has throwers plus like a random queen. It's just not a very good comp. So I mean, yeah, that's kind of why the game is so close. It is neck and neck though, 1-1. So the only thing I really have to worry about right now is assassins. But other than that, we should be fine. But yeah, I was thinking about the Juggernaut comp before I was making it because a lot of people in my Discord were kind of theorizing, what comps could actually work. Oh, he's using the dummy trade. Okay, I understand. A lot of they're kind of theorizing what traits would work, and then a lot of people were kind of talking about the Juggernaut comp, the 4 Juggernaut traits, and I was like, well, in theory, the trait sounds pretty good because you get infinite shields. And yeah, our opponent made a smart decision there to go assassins, so we're probably dead. Again, like I probably should have blocked or countered somehow, but that's that. So yeah, that's why I made the video, and I'm glad our community is kind of shifting towards that direction. So pretty well played to that guy. I definitely should have blocked it, but hey, we do get second place and we do gain trophies. Am I right? Anyways, y'all, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully, merge tactics will be back up for most of you guys after I'm done editing this video. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Peace out.